As we begin, breathe slowly and acknowledge that God is with you. Thank Him for His protection, provision, and His presence in your life. And tell Him that you desire to be with Him, to know Him, and to love Him as He loves you. It feels a little strange to be reading about the death of the person whose birthday you are about to celebrate in a matter of days. And yet here we are, because we cannot celebrate the birth of Jesus without remembering why His birthday is so important. There are many different responses to Jesus in this chapter alone. The religious leaders vehemently demanded violence toward Jesus. Pilate continued to find no fault in Jesus, but he never went so far as to refuse the angry mob of leaders. Herod treated Jesus with amusement. He was hoping for a magic show. The women followed Jesus, mourning openly. The soldiers and one of the criminals mocked him mercilessly. But the other criminal responded with repentance, even as they drew their last breaths. When the end had come, the whole land went dark, and the curtain in the sanctuary that provided the boundary into the most holy place in the temple was torn in two. As Jesus breathed his last, the Roman centurion responded with the truth. This man really was righteous. While everyone else went home, all who knew him, including the women who had followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching these things. Luke 23:49. Jesus was not alone in his death. Many of his followers had fled, including Peter, who denied ever knowing him. But these followers, including the women, stayed with Jesus until the end. When we think about Jesus and all the different ways people responded to him, we need to ask ourselves, how have we responded to him? Have we linked arms with Peter at times and denied ever knowing Jesus, either with our words or our actions? Have we joined with Pilate, finding nothing wrong with Jesus, but we're unable to resist the loud voices that decry him? Or do we find ourselves numbered among the followers who stayed with him until the end? Jesus, we must all come to the place where we reckon with who you are. Illuminate our hearts so that we can see how we've responded to you in our lives. Here we are just days before the entire world celebrates your birthday, whether they respond like the women or like Herod. Give us the strength to endure this life with you. Give us the courage to take up our crosses and follow you. May we be true and humble representatives of you and your kingdom day after day. And now, as we close, think again about what you read in Luke today. What did you notice? What questions did it leave you with? Take a moment to pray on your own based on what you read.